This line hasn't been posted yet. Most of the Dolphins running back props are not available because of Mostert's status being up in the air. But I would expect this line to be available at maybe 16 and a half or 17 and a half. I'll take the over at that number or lower. It's really all about the Chiefs defense. And we've played this prop or similar props against the Chiefs defense throughout the year because they've just been a bad run defense from start to finish this season. And in this particular prop, it has a lot to do with their inability to create early contact because that's how you slow down a smaller runner like De'Von Achane. They make early contact at or behind the line of scrimmage at the second lowest rate in the league, just 37%. That's a very important number for De'Von Achane because when he avoids that early contact, he gains 15 or more yards on 14% of his carries. That's an insane number for someone who played almost a full season. It's the league's highest rate by almost 5 percentage points, and it's more than triple the league average, which is down at 4.6%. So when he doesn't get that early contact, he just turns those into big plays at just such a ridiculous rate. Going up against a defense like the Chiefs, this is almost it's really a no-brainer. Now, if you followed the Chiefs closely this season, you might point to Nick Bolton, their linebacker who returned late in the year, and he's had an impact on the defense as a whole and why they've done a little bit better down the stretch. But I was a little concerned about that. And so I looked up some of the numbers, and across the board, any rushing statistic I looked up, they have been worse this year with Nick Bolton on the field. It doesn't make a ton of sense, but we've got he's played enough and we've seen enough of him off the field, almost an even split this year, to say that that's too significant to ignore. And in this particular stat, the early contact rate when Nick Bolton is on the field, their early contact rate is 33%. As I said, they were at 37% overall. So they've been terrible at that early contact when Bolton is on the field. So I don't see any reason to think that the Chiefs' overall defensive improvement down the stretch is going to play a role in their ability to get early contact on Achane. So the odds of him breaking off at least one big long run in this game is good. And so this is as long as we get a reasonable number here, if it were to jump over 20 or something like that, which is a line we almost never see, maybe I would stay away. But if it's in the teens, I'm going to take the over.
All right. I like it. Keep in mind, not just Ryan, but all of you out there, that right now it looks like it is going to be exceedingly cold in Kansas City Saturday night. I mean, like Giants, Packers, Tom Coughlin's face turning into a tomato cold from 2007. So again, you might think that would hurt the Achane prop, Ryan, but my feeling is that if it's harder to pass, you're going to run more. And, when it's cold, it's very easy to bounce off a defender. You might not think it, but, someone tries to tackle you and they just can't grip as well. I would think that would actually help Achane's opportunities to break off a big one rather than hurt them. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I would agree. We see weird plays, surprising number of big plays in really cold weather games all the time. I mean, it's just the offense really has the advantage in that type of game. You're the one that knows where you're going, right? And when it's really cold, it just slows down your reflexes a little bit. So yeah, if the weather is an extreme factor in this one, it only helps Achane, I would think.